How would you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Devils United. This is the Watchalong for England versus Canada. Hello, and everyone, welcome back to Devils United. Today I've got Stephen with me for another watch along. How are you today, Stephen?
I'm doing all right. I'm looking forward to this actually. To be honest.
I'm really looking forward to it as well. It's going to be a good game. How do you feel like England, our women's team is?
I feel it's strong, and it's definitely got the potential to go far in the major tournaments. In terms of taking on the elite such as the USA, which are just immense. You never know in a one-off game. You never know anymore. In a one-off game in a cup, you never know. But they are seriously strong. Definitely, they're seriously strong. So, um, yeah, I like the team as they are at the minute, but um, in realistic terms, would it take England and beat the USA? I don't think it would, to be honest.
We still got the Euros though to look forward to. That is actually going to
Yes.
be in the summer, so we could be one of the stronger teams there, and we'll just have to see on how that goes. Everyone who's new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am on the road to 600 subscribers, so I'll go through a couple of the comments here. Hello to Moss FC Canada, baby. I'll be back in my home country, unfortunately. But Canada is such a brilliant team. They actually won the Olympics, so fair play to Canada. Very, very strong. Hello to Niall. Thank you for tuning in. And just as he said, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Marcelo, you're new to the channel, so thank you so much for coming through. I'm not too sure about that channel what you did mention, but I will be doing it through here. Me and Steve will be doing the commentary on the game. I've put that in the comments. Oh, our Canada, no more our Cantona song. No, you're breaking me out here. I love Cantona. I love Cantona. Thank you so much to Rich. Rich is an absolute legend. Absolutely love Rich. He's a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
he is. Hello to Rave. Thank you for tuning in. Moss has said, yeah, definitely. She is brilliant for PSG. And Jess Fleming is another brilliant player too. Hello as well to Joey. Thank you for tuning in. Not seen you on the channel before, so thank you so much. What we'll do before the team lineup comes up, before I put the team lineup up, I will put through who the England manager brought through to the Arnold Cup because there has been actually 3 games. So we've got one today, got one on Sunday, got one on Wednesday. So I will show you who got called up from all clubs. So here it is, the squad announcement. Mary Earps, Hannah Hampson, Ellie Roebuck. That's for the goalkeepers. For the defence, Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze, Jess Carter, Niam Charles, Rachel Daly, Alex Greenwood, Demi Stokes, Leah Williamson, and Lotte. Lottie is no longer with the squad due to injuries, so she has not been replaced. However, midfield, Frank Herbert, Jordan Nobbs, Jill Scott, Georgia Samway, Kira Walsh, Katie Zellum, and for our forwards, it's Lauren Hem, Beth Mead, Nikita Paris, Russo, Toon, and Ellen White. What have you thought about that squad announcement, Stephen?
I like to look at that, to be honest. I mean, obviously, in a biased sense, you got Arsenal women's. We've always had a strong showing in that in that lineup in the England lineup. For obvious reasons, we've been right before the Super League, obviously one of the most dominant teams in the league, and yeah, I like the fact that in that squad you've got experience like Frank Kirby, you've got Jordan Nobbs there as well, vast experience in the team, as well as you've got Nikita Paris, Ellen White, Williamson at the back as well. So yeah, strong lineup in that squad. So
Would you like to see our starting 11 as well?
yeah, go for it.
Yep, perfect. So here is the starting 11. So we've got Mary Earps in goal, Rachel Daly, Demi Stokes, Kira Walsh, Alex Greenwood, Millie Bright, Frank Herbert, Leah Williamson, Ella Toon, Lauren Hemp, and Alicia Russo. So not that many Arsenal players who is in the starting 11 lineup, is there?
There's some biasry going on here. I'm not having
Three
that.
Manchester United players.
I'm not having this. Right? They must have saw that. They must have saw that draw like early in the season. So yeah. So I thought that was only a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Right. So yeah, they must have seen that. That's probably what they did. What they did. So, but
Well,
yeah. At least they've got firepower on the bench, if need be, as well as experience. So if we do take like a 2-0 lead, they've got experience on to bring on the pitch to see out the win.
I was extremely surprised though Ellen White didn't actually start because in the last international break it was actually Russo who was coming off the bench. But Russo has been much more of a starting 11 player this season. She's been absolutely brilliant for Manchester United because last season, no game time due to injuries. She started picking up a form and now she's one of our top goal scorers in the league. And she loves to score against Arsenal, as you've seen a couple of times too. But
yeah, I've noticed already.
what score are you going for England?
2-1.
Good shout. Good shout. I think it might be a 3-2 to England. I think it is. Canada is quite a good team, so I won't put it past Canada to get a couple of goals against us, to be honest. Couple more comments. Oh, what was you gonna say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think it's should have done it to the last stream. In terms of Arsenal as well, that one of our coaches and scouts has passed away at the age of 86. Steve Burtonshaw, so who was obviously there during the 1989 campaign. So yeah, thoughts out to his family and that. So.
Yeah, my thoughts do go out to the family and also to Arsenal because I'm sure he will be deeply missed by Arsenal, the board, the owners, the fans as well.
Yeah, I mean, like instrumental in sort of not just coaching, but bringing some of the brilliant young talent that helped us go on and win major honours. So,
yeah, my condolences there. Moss has said about the best footballing couple in the world. There was actually on the run to nearly getting the first couple to win the Champions League ever last season. That was actually quite interesting, but that could still be on the cards. But whilst Barcelona are still playing how they're playing, there's no way no one's knocking Barcelona.
I saw them in the champ. I think I did a watch along to that, and then the group stages they look seriously strong. And as much as we tried to contain them for most of the game, we just couldn't. They just found a way to play through our low block. So,
yeah. Moss has said, "Big up the big red machine, quiet old Canada player." I won't be streaming the game, but I will be doing the commentary for it, so you will be able to keep up to date Both me and Stephen are in sync, so we should be absolutely fine. Hello to Nippon. Thank you for tuning in.
If not, blame the English weather.
It's kicked off now for England versus Canada.
We're in sync.
Yeah, perfect. Vincent, if England lose tonight, they need to put the team on community service like Manchester United did to the women's team. To be honest, though, if we do lose against Canada, it won't be too bad for me just because of the fact how good Canada is, because they did win the Olympics after all, and I wouldn't be too disappointed. But England has won the ball now, so that was by
coming forward. I feel.
Yeah,
on the right hand side.
And that it's actually Leah Williamson is actually playing in the midfield today in that 4-3-3 formation. Moss has gone for a 2-1 for Canada.
Oh. And see, and I thought we were going to get on as Gooners, but look.
The link up is actually really good for the midfield and the strikers. We've got some of the best midfielders and the strikers in the Super League of Russo, Lauren Hemp, Ella Toone. Leah Williamson is brilliant as well, but she is playing in midfield. Fran Kirby, considered one of the best in the league as well. So I think the link-up play will be absolutely brilliant. Throw-in for England. What's been taken, but it's going to go out for a throw-in now again for England. Alex Greenwood look like she has got an injury. She's got a face mask, like one of the masks on her face. I think she's broke her nose or something, hasn't she?
Yeah, you sometimes see it. It's just more protection. It's maybe more protection to just in case of a further injury. Because sometimes you might pick up a knock and it might turn into an injury if you don't take precaution. But they're kind of down the right hand side now. It's into put out for throw.
Yeah, that was good play there with Williamson and Frank Kirby. The throw-in has been taken, but Canada has picked up the ball now. Hello to the match reviewer as well. Thank you for tuning in.
Big up to you.
Moss has said should have had Beth Mead Arsenal. She is very, very good, Beth Mead. There will definitely be a good, impactful sub, I would say, coming onto the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if she came on and scored a goal.
She actually did come on as a substitute on the last international break versus Northern Ireland and got a hat-trick. Lauren Hemp on the wing.
Go on.
No one there to support Lauren Hemp, though.
But it's put out for corner, though.
Yeah, corner for England. The England team has definitely got a lot of pace. You look at Lauren Hemp, she's probably one of the fastest wingers. Ella Toone is extremely fast. Russo is
love the way
extremely
she turned that
fast as
defender in there. Turned her inside out.
She's an absolute menace for any defender, to be honest. And
I'll tell you, whoever's on that right hand side, they're going to have problems all game. Frank Kirby on this.
I know.
Oh, I hate it when they play short.
I hate short corners, but nothing has been done with that corner.
Yeah, you know what? I was waiting for. I hate when he plays short and then he heads it in. It's just a commentator's curse, isn't it?
Yeah, Millie Bright has picked that ball up, gone to Alex Greenwood. I was surprised though. Alex Greenwood didn't go actually with the corner straight into the box, because I would have actually preferred that and aimed for Russo. I would have aimed it for Russo because she's one of the best players for me for headers.
Say about commentators, because in an F1 world, it's called Murrayism. Which is when you can get away with it.
The match reviewer said, "Stephen, you should be happy, aren't you?"
Yes. Right. The race director is gone. The race dictator is gone. Right. Justice for Hamilton. Sorry. And the new shirt is coming as well. The new shirt is coming. The new 2022 shirt.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I don't support F1. Never watched it.
It'll only just be the same one, just in white. So you won't see much difference.
The difference is though, if you get a stain, it's more noticeable.
Yeah, sometimes a problem. My guy ends up weeping sometimes.
Lauren Hemp again causing
Hemp
that
again.
menace.
Go on. Ah.
Frank Kirby, didn't do much there for England. For Ravi, I'd say England's tough tacklers would be Millie Bright. She does play for Chelsea. It's very hard, I'd say, for anyone to get past Millie Bright because she's big, she's physical, big as in height and broad. She's so broad. And if I was a striker, I would absolutely hate to play against Millie Bright.
That's it. To get the ball in the
Come
box,
on.
so it mix it up.
Gone to the goalkeeper.
Gone to the keeper. Right, stuff this short corner business. Just put it in there. Right, you never know. It might come off the head. It'll come off the floor and rebounds in.
Hi, Rich. I hope you're well as well. Thank you for tuning in. You know what? We haven't give Canada any breathing space at all. This looks like their most attacking play. This has been their most attacking play, and they've not even put the ball in the box yet. They've just done it. Millie Bright is able to clear that. No one there to support Canada.
There was actually no support whatsoever.
No.
To be honest, I don't know why she was playing that ball in the first place.
Exactly.
I do get that. They play that ball, and I'm like, well, why? If there's no red shirts in there, what's the point?
Exactly. I completely agree with you 100%. And no, that's going to be a foul now on Frank Kirby. Frank Kirby's won the ball. It's going to be a free kick. I'll be one moment.
Yeah, no worries. Be interesting to see. England now try and switch it to the left-hand side now. You see how Canada try and press England now. Nearly pressing them into a state, but they launch the ball forward and it comes back to Canada. So the press, Canada seems to try and try not to give England too much time on the ball, but England dealing with it well at the back so far. Remember, guys, if you're watching the game with us and you're ahead of them, to put in the scores. Yeah, big up Vincent, mate. I think we're pretty much live, so I don't think that'll be a problem. No ways without all-time best women goal scorer Sinclair and the best women keeper in the world. We still own it. Yeah, man. Like Canada, like I said, with a good side. Which players do you think dictate the control of pace? I think Frank Kirby have a definite role in that. Same with Williams. More like usually the midfield will try and dictate the pace of the game, especially the ones that will want to try and convert the ball to the forward, to transition it from back to front. So more like your Frank Kirby, your Williamsons. It will be trying to dictate that. And as much as you want to try and do that, it's then making sure Canada get no time on the ball whatsoever. So they get no sort of time, they get no sort of control of the ball to sort of dictate how the pace of the game goes for them. Because in the end, each team wants to play their own game, and if they get to dictate the way the game's going, then they get the advantage. So yeah, no scores. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be no score spoilers, Mark, because I think we're fully live. So if any scores do come in, they'll probably be fake. Because it is on terrestrial television. So, despite the storm, it's one back by England. Trying to get it down that left-hand side. Didn't work out. Canada come with the ball again. It's been a decent start from both sides. I think there's been a bit more towards England's end than Canada. But saying that, yeah, you're way offside, mate. Way offside. Yeah, miles offside. So 10 minutes in, 0-0 so far. 0-0 so far.
Back, everyone. Not much gone on though as it stands for this first 10 minutes, but England for me has definitely dominated much more than Canada.
They've settled
Canada
into the
hasn't
game
really
a
had
lot
that
more.
chance.
Canada's struggled to settle in this game so far.
I suppose though, when you have got like, even though we're playing that 4-3-3 formation, we still got more defenders on than we do midfielders than we do attackers. So we should realistically on paper be so much more defensive.
Mm.
It's going to be a corner now for Canada, which is their first corner of the game.
The thing with England is how good our pressing game is, and then how quick can we turn that press into an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
definitely 100%.
Hence why we got the pace on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. To Niall's question, who's England woman star striker? It has to be Ellen White. She's got the most goals for England. She's absolutely brilliant. Give her one touch of that ball, she's got it in. That was very good defending there from Millie Bright. Would you agree? Beth Mead.
Yeah, it's Ellen White.
And I was there being unbiased saying a City player. If I wanted to, I could have said Russo.
look. The women's team is back. The only thing I've got except left that I've got a chance of winning any titles. So I've got to try and defend something. Like,
yeah, thank you very much for that, Vincent. Yeah, we definitely should be on time, so there should be no score spoilers. Fingers crossed.
Just blame the storm if we're behind.
Yeah, best woman Sinclair is a brilliant goal scorer. I completely agree. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Boss said we should have scored there. Yeah, you near enough scored as well. I was shocked that you didn't, but it was, as you say, brilliant defending there from Millie Bright. It looks like Canada has picked up that bit of pace now.
Canada's settled into this game now, so it'd be interesting how England react to that.
If I was Canada, what they need to do, they can't allow
too loose on the ball, man.
Yeah, they can't allow Lauren Hemp any space whatsoever. Because if they starve her, then they'll control the game. They will really control the game because Fran Kirby for me, because she plays out of position compared to what she does at Chelsea. She doesn't really seem to have them stats like you see the Chelsea stats because she plays as a midfielder, whereas she plays as like a winger, more of a forward player at Chelsea. I'd say the person who does dictate and control the pace, it'd have to be Lauren Hemp. As I say, she's a brilliant winger. Would you agree with that, Rather? Would you agree with that, Stephen?
I was going to say, I think he agrees. He's come out with a comment.
Yeah, I hope so.
I would agree with that to an extent. Obviously, midfield is where you're going to be looking at to the players that are going to dictate the game, right? Especially if you're playing a low block and you want to quickly transition. You want to quickly transition from a low block to a counter-attacking team. It's how quick your midfielders can turn that from one situation to another. So you're looking at your midfield, and like the experience of Frank Kirby as well is like in that midfield as well would help as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why the lineup's been interesting. It's pace, but trying to have the experience in there to keep a disciplined head. Because playing this sort of way where you're playing low block and counter attacking, you have discipline of how you do it. So otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Lauren Hemp again with that threat.
Yeah.
And Demi Stoles managed
get out
to
the way.
nutmeg. Come on!
Go on.
Oh, so close there. Oh, absolutely gutting. But we've got a shot off target, but we still got a shot. Moss has got 16. Becky for
Oh, it's
Manchester
only not that
City.
far wide as well.
Yeah, Becky's brilliant, I'd say, for Manchester City, but she just doesn't get enough opportunities, in my opinion. We've got James here in the chat. Hi, James. I hope you're well. I know you mentioned that you've got 2 connections, both for England and Canada. So, which one are you going for? Are you going to be a neutral for this game?
Think very carefully.
Yeah, so hopefully, especially now we've got that shot at least, it will help us a little bit more. But
It gives some
Canada just took
encouragement.
the throw in. Yeah, they've took the throw in now, Canada. Come on, Millie Bright.
Go on,
Is she
go
gonna?
on.
No, passed it
No.
backwards. Foul there from Ella Toon, so that's gonna be a free kick for Canada.
Just like I say, just don't give him time on the ball.
Ella Toon, though, if you look at it, she didn't touch
I
the
don't get
Canadian
that.
player. She
Yeah,
had
actually,
hold.
the one before looked more a free kick than that one.
And the Canadian player actually had hold of Ella Toon. She had hold of her herself and she slipped. Good defending there again from England.
Great defending.
Kind of just pick the ball back up again. They're in their half. I wouldn't have passed it back to their goalkeeper though. They seem to be quite slow with the play at the moment, aren't they, Canada?
Yeah, they've not been able to. I don't feel also they've had the time to move the ball quickly and all the confidence. And that's I think because the early pressure, they've not had the confidence to settle in and start playing quickly across the floor.
I think if they do continue to play like this, they're not gonna get many shots at all on target. I won't think.
No,
but England's picked it up again.
Go on.
Give away.
They've got to keep hold of that ball more often.
Exactly. It's going to be another throw in now for Canada, which is going to be taken.
Is this being played? Is it the Riverside?
Yeah, this is at the Riverside Stadium. The next one we're playing at is actually at Carroll Road.
Jesus Christ! I'm going to travel 20 miles down the road, get a free ticket.
I'm actually going.
What?
I'm going.
Jesus Christ!
I know.
Gonna be someone to stay?
No, I'm not staying. Going with a few people.
Yeah, go for it. Norwich is, trust me. Walk across from Norwich is literally 2 bus stops down. It's like you got Frankie and Benny's, loads of restaurants there. These perfect place, like
that's great.
Perfect for a Saturday night pub as well. Like Saturday night club, like brilliant club bar sort of things.
That's great. Yeah, the next match is going to be at Norwich, and then the one after it is at the Wolves Stadium. None of the matches are actually being played at the Borough Stadium. They don't always play at the Borough Stadium because I remember one of the international breaks they played at Sunderland's ground as well.
So are you going by train?
No, going by car.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's going to be a long journey.
Won't be me driving, so it's fine. My friend's driving me, which is brilliant. Niall has said thank you for having him on the show before as well.
Yeah, no
Stephen.
worries, man. Anytime.
To Ravi's question, that's a good question. It's just depending on the players who you do have on the pitch. Like Ellen White is a player who is better from closer in the box, and so is Russo because they're both natural strikers. But for the likes of like Beth Mead, the likes of Alex Greenwood, they're better off shooting from distance. They're better off from distance, in my opinion. Alex Greenwood is good for scoring from free kicks, from set pieces. Do you agree with that as well, Stephen?
Yeah, to an extent, you sometimes, like when it comes to strikers, the funny thing is that I love the fact is when there's always gonna be strikers that are great on one. Then there's always gonna be like there's strikers that are gonna be just great at just cracking, seeing an opportunity outside the box and going for it. And sometimes you need that. Like the amount of times I've sat there and in an Arsenal game and I'm moaning because I'm not seeing them shoot outside the box. And I'm like, just hit the damn ball. Just like no one's gonna have, and it's the thing. No one's gonna have no fan's gonna have a go at anyone for having a shot on goal if they see an
Exactly.
opportunity. But they'll have a go if you see an opportunity and they don't do it. So it's sometimes having two options where one that does do it and one that doesn't is kind of helps bring more balance to the team because then you're not playing so one dimensional.
Yeah, I completely agree with that 100%. And to Ravi's question, which goalkeeper do you mean? Do you mean Canada's goalkeeper or our goalkeeper? Millie Bright! She scored, Millie Bright!
Yes!
Oh, it's Rachel. Was it Millie Bright? Yeah, it was Millie Bright who got the first goal for England. Brilliant strike there from Millie Bright from a corner too.
That.
So buzzing.
That's what I said. Get the ball in the box, right? They hit it out. You never know what's going to happen.
So 21 minutes in, Millie Bright with the goal. So I'll get that updated.
It was a short corner as well.
Yeah, it was a short corner, and you're hating on these short corners.
So fucking he's a Moeism all over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're an F1 fan, you know what a Moeism is. It's basically a commentator's curse.
Oh.
Honestly, the amount of times he says something and then the car breaks down.
Good goal, that. Absolute fire from Millie Bright. I think it was brilliant. Cool.
You couldn't hit that any better.
Exactly. And she was just in the right place, right place, right time. She had so much power on it as well. I don't think it was going to get saved.
Nah.
Just with the amount of power was on there.
I mean, how would they say in North London? Sweet as a nut, as they would say. You couldn't hit that any better.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Don't start playing silly buggers down the bottom.
To Moss's question, Lauren Hemp plays for Manchester City. I say that she's probably Manchester City's best player in my opinion, especially this season. Everyone's happy with the goal. Yeah, I will. I know I've been mentioning about a timer. I was looking at getting it sorted. I need a different laptop to do the timer, what you did mention. So I'll see what I can do. Foul on keeper missed. Yeah, it happens.
Trust me. I'm at my stage with my watchalongs, and I'm still trying to find a freaking timer for it. It's not easy.
Ravi asked about both the goalkeepers. With our goalkeeper, Mary Earp, she's actually Manchester United's goalkeeper. Manchester United's number one, and she's been brilliant how she was able to put herself into that number one spot. Because initially it was Ellie Roebuck who was the number one for England, but she's got the most clean sheets.
Go win that. Go on, get the ball back in.
Come on, most clean sheets in the
win that again.
League.
Win that again.
One of the most saves, and if you look at some of the saves she's made recently, even David De Gea himself has absolutely Mary Earps for the save she's done. Her stopping is brilliant.
Canada on the ropes here. Canada on the ropes here. Like the Canada are not comfortable. They are seriously not looking comfortable. Like they were struggling to clear that away.
Manchester City overall, they do have a brilliant side, but they're just not doing that good this season. They have plenty of injuries, and the league is basically dominated, I'd say, by Chelsea. Arsenal have been good this season. Even Manchester United have been very good this season as well. So, especially with the injury threat of Man City, they have very struggled. I think they're in 5th or 6th as it stands, Manchester City. And to Ravi's question, yeah, we're definitely strong enough to cope in general, our defence. We've got some of the best defenders from the Super League, in my opinion, as well. Yeah, I didn't watch the game. I'll probably get it up on highlights. But
I think someone said they're doing about a vlog of the game at the Norwich Stadium, right? Just see about do the afters as well, going out into town.
me on the drink. No. But yeah, I probably will.
That's
look
all
at
right.
probably doing one.
Just like make everyone feel guilty when you go into Frankie and Benny's afterwards. You know, treat
I
yourself.
probably will try and do a vlog though when I'm there, because it would be a good experience to have, wouldn't it? To be honest, that going to watch an England game in general.
To be honestly, you were like Norwich. It's that part of Norwich is well nice.
Well,
right,
from what I've heard,
it's a bit of walk. It's a bit of a walk from Norwich to where all the clubs and the restaurants are. But once you get there, and you know get to get there, it's quality.
To Niall, yeah, I should be doing a vlog, and in terms of a drink, I don't know. It depends how I feel. Yeah, Ravi, we should be fine in terms of our defence. But Canada's such a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they score, but we're very well defensively structured, in my opinion. But we still got quite good possession there of the ball. We're 26 minutes in. Canada hasn't really had too much threat onto England as it stands. So England's in actually quite a good place, if you agree, Stephen.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. Oh, and just by the way, like, I'm not encouraging anyone to go drink. By the way, just put that out there.
It's all about water.
Mate, they said I'm screwed, so there we go. Like, they said just drink what you want.
Frank Herbert passing it to Russo. Come on.
Oh, behind her. That's behind
just
her.
want enough there for Tuna.
Yeah.
But short goalkeeper kick there from Canada. They're building the play quite slightly, so they're just trying to go up the pitch gradually. But it's going to be a throw-in now for Canada. Yeah, that's what I meant in general with other teams. Our defence is very well structured. In the last international break, we actually scored. We actually won 20-0 against Latvia. Another game, I think it was 11-1 against Latvia. We won. I think it was 4-0 against.
I'm sorry, if it's 20-0, I'm sorry. There should just be a rule, just like, okay, we call it quits.
I'm sure it was 20-0, if I'm not mistaken.
You get to 10-0 just like that. That's it. Right, done. Like,
Twitter just blew up. I remember it, and some people and 4 players got a hat trick that game. The players who got a hat trick, it was Russo. It was actually a debut, and she managed to get a hat trick on a debut. It was Lauren Hemp. She got a hat trick. I'm sure Ellen White got a hat trick as well. And there was another
if all our strikers didn't get a hat trick in that game, I'll be worried.
Well, last international break, about 6 players got a hat trick.
Jesus Christ.
Tooney being another one.
And do you know what's funny is people moan about the men's game, saying like we just play like really easy teams, right? We want to look at a women's game. We literally just take the piss. You know what I mean? It's like it's like one of them who just cut them a deal. She said, "Should we just take a 3-0 here and just call it quits?" It's kind of like what I remember. I think it was last season. I think what Arteta did is he went to a Pep and just went, I'll take a 1-0 defeat right now. And that's basically that's all we did. We parked in our box, took a 1-0 defeat, and that's it. They really wanted to take us apart. They really would have wanted to, but they're like, we'll make a secret deal just to keep him in the job.
A player is down for England. It looks like it is Rachel Daly who's actually down. She hasn't had too much game time, Rachel Daly. She actually plays abroad. She plays for a team in Texas, and America isn't playing playing football at the moment.
Ooh.
But it was a nasty foul there.
Ooh.
She was actually linked to Manchester United in the January transfer window.
The studs on the floor. That's what did it.
It was awful. It was a nasty foul.
She was lucky. She didn't get her. She was lucky she didn't cause herself an injury in that one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, I completely agree. Oh. Canada had another free kick. Working quite up the... Come on, Millie Bright. Well defended again. That was good, that from Millie Bright. Look how Millie Bright plays, how physical she is. If no one's ever seen Millie Bright before and we're just watching this England game, this alone just shows how physical she is as a player. It's brilliant. It's brilliant to watch, to be honest, and it's shown that not many players are getting past her. Let's see here. So, to Ravi, yeah, England definitely do soak the pressure up well. We haven't really been humiliated neither. The last loss I can remember for England, it was actually in the World Cup against the USA, and the USA went to win the World Cup.
Yeah, and to be honest, if you're playing USA, it's like, Jesus Christ.
I actually prefer baggy football shirts. I hate these tight ones. I have to get a size bigger so I can have it a little bit baggier. Hello there to my queen. Thank you for tuning in.
Big up, Nick.
Hello to Gaz. Thank you as well for tuning in. Hey there as well to JT. Not seen you here in the channel before. Canadian here. I won't be doing a mean-spirited comment about England or anything, but I hope that we come back versus you lot. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Definitely means a lot. Canada is a very good team, and potentially knowing how it could be in the second half, they might actually pick up their A game because we can see what they have done in the Olympics. So we never know. Never know, because it's still only very tight at this moment in time. But Canada has got the ball in the box, well defended again by England. Rather, I would 100% take Bright at Chelsea, but I don't think Bright will leave. I mean, Manchester United, but Bright won't. I was
gonna say, did you switch teams all of a sudden?
No.
You ain't doing a Luke. You ain't doing a Luke, are you?
No. Yeah, Bright won't leave Chelsea, I don't think. She's got a good thing there. She's got Champions League football. She's winning the FA Cup quite regularly. She's in the final at the moment for the Carabao Cup, 3rd time in a row. So she's not going to want to leave knowing what Chelsea are right now, the team what Emma Hayes has built up, unfortunately. JT has said Canada's men and women have been levelling up recently, but to be honest, I can expect you to walk away with this one. It's a possibility because both the teams for me have definitely improved so much because we've brought in younger players into this squad, like Tooney's come through now. We've seen
this is the thing, we've had that transition.
Russo. Yeah. And I think the team has improved for the best. Come on!
Go on. Shot block. I blocked it again.
That was Tooney. It was Tooney. JT has said, USA women are godlike. Yeah, they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's just depressing when you do see how well the USA is. But their team, they haven't really got young players. They're getting on quite a bit now, like Tobin Heath, for instance, Christian Press. So, I'd say probably in the next 5 years, they'd have to definitely rebuild that team again. Canadian women aren't crappy either. No, they're definitely not crappy. Niall has said, for me, Maisie and Stephen, this has been a decent game to watch as a neutral, enjoying it, and also the stream chatting towards. Thank you.
No
I'm so
worries.
I'm sorry to hear about your working, Gaz, but I hope this shift goes very, very quick for you.
Big up to
Um,
you. Big up to you. I have
Absolute legend.
every respect for anyone that works in hospitals, especially when they do the night shifts. Right,
Mhm.
because the night shifts is the horriblest ones because they're understaffed. Too many patients, understaffed. It's a nightmare at times. So yeah, usually I end up sitting about 1 in the morning talking to nurses about like the night shift.
Mhm. Hello there as well to Luca. Good save from Mary Earps and good defending again from Millie Bright. It's gone straight into Mary Earps' arms from actually across into the box. Just feel like we was a little bit bullied there in terms
A
of
little
our.
bit.
Yeah, it just felt we was quite bullied, but it was good defending there from Millie Bright, and then Mary Earps was able to catch it well. So well done to both of them players. Man United don't have baggy shirts anymore, um, but they did used to have the baggy shirts.
Do you know what? I used to remember the 0304 shirt. Like that used to be baggy.
Yeah,
Right.
I love the baggy shirts. Baggy shirts, I really, really do love them. Yeah, JT. I do cover a lot of the women's football, mostly Manchester United. Those. I know you said you're not a supporter of Manchester United, but what I will be doing too, my channel will be covering the Euro games. I am going actually to a couple of the Euro games, but if I'm not going to the games, I will be doing a watch along. Doesn't matter if it's England. I'll try and do watch alongs as well for other clubs like Spain,
Mm.
whoever else is in there, Sweden perhaps too. So I'll try and do as many as I can, just so we can try and get as much women's football covered during the Euros, because I think it's going to be a massive competition, especially with it being actually hosted in England.
I think I would also. He was also saying about women's football. There's we were trying. I was trying to do that as well. Sort of similar thing on SVT TV as well. But now I've also started a new channel up as well, and having the F1 content and the Arsenal content, you get really short of time at
Mhm.
all. So it's a struggle to fit all of it in. So
Mhm.
um, if there is a gap, then you might be able to fit one in, but yeah, you can't be. I can't be consistent with it. So
Yeah.
sometimes if you can't be consistent with it, it's just no point
Mhm.
at all. So, but I do definitely keep my eye on it.
Mhm. Moss has said USA shafted us out the World Cup and in the the London Olympics. We will never forget why Olympic gold was so emotional. Yeah, you're having to defend. We're again in the box.
Go
Demi
on.
Stokes crossing
Oh,
too high for Russo. We all know though Russo is brilliant with the headers. Just remember that
she
Russo
just
could easily make it 2-0.
she
And
just needed to grow about another 2 inches.
mhm.
Uh
I actually rate this comment so much there from JT. Gareth Southgate basically gave your men their soul back. Hard not to rate him after that. Such a contrast between the 2016 disaster and every year after that.
yeah.
And I rate that comment so much. That is probably one of the most factual comments for me I've seen.
I
I
never
completely
thought
agree.
I never thought I'd ever see us being in the final ever.
Yeah. And he's
So
brought that to us. He brought that to us. It's amazing.
mm,
And Ravi as well was in a hospital. Big up to you there as well,
big up,
Ravi.
man.
Absolute legend for working in a hospital, just like Gaz as well, because it is quite. I can imagine it's such a difficult job, but you're helping our country, so thank you as well there.
Absolutely.
Ugh. I'll go through the rest of the comments at halftime because we're on 39 minutes now. Canada is picking up a little bit of possession. Not too. They're in their half, but not too bad. England has actually picked up the ball again. It's gone to Rachel Daly. Who do you think has been the best player in this first half for England?
Hemp, for me.
I'm torn between Hemp and Bright. Bright has been immense in this first half. She's been as well as getting that goal. She's managed to shut down anything Canada has.
Yeah, I hear that as well. For me, Hemp has caused a lot of the problems for Canada. And put them on, and it's sort of put them on the back foot because they've had to be wary of that left hand side all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't really exploit what they want to exploit.
Exactly. Tooney's on the ball on the counter attack.
Go
Frank Kirby.
Go on, put the ball through, put the ball through, put the ball
foul!
through.
No.
Ref.
I don't think they've given it. It's going to be a goal kick there for Canada. I'm going to actually look at that foul again from Russo.
Where's the VAR, ref?
No VAR in women's football.
Fuck.
Is that a blessing in disguise?
Oh, don't trust me. Apparently F1's trying to implement a new system. God help me. God.
You know, though, with this, in terms of the refs in the women's game, they're shocking. They're shocking.
They don't get any arguments,
They make Dean Smith look world class. That is all I'm gonna say.
No.
I promise you that is the case.
No.
I seen our linesmen with trainers on. They didn't have football boots on; they had trainers on.
Mate, the fact that Dean Smith, the fact Jonathan Moss is allowed to walk around, I'm gonna say walk because he can't jog, he can't run, right? Just by the size of him, like the guy looks like he's too unfit to keep up with play. Right, so why is he refereeing a football game? Okay, right, he's that sort of guy.
Foul in the box. From Hemp.
Jonathan Moss is that guy you find on the sidelines for the Sunday League game. He said, "Oi, mate, you know the rules of football. Can you ref the game, please?" Right? You don't put him in a Premier League game. He just doesn't look fit enough.
Exactly. Right? Alex Greenwood is on the ball. Debbie Stokes. Crossing. Canada didn't really clear that, so Alex Greenwood kicking. Nothing there for Russo, though. Russo's picked it up. Rachel Daly. Williamson. That could have been a second there for England on Lauren Hemp. That is actually a shot off target. Gutting that. She does deserve a goal.
Could get the foot around the ball.
She deserves that goal, to be honest there, Lauren Hemp. She's been, as you have said, she has been brilliant in this half.
Oh, her performance deserves a goal. Absolutely.
Exactly. At least she's already got a hat-trick for England, though. She got it in the last international break. Mary Earps. Mary Earps has had hardly anything to do, rather than, apart from that corner, what Canada had, they had literally nothing else what's threatened her. But she does deserve to be England's number one, especially with the performances she's made this season.
Yeah.
I actually do consider that she's been one of Manchester United's best players this season as well. Play up. Come on.
Go on. It's behind.
Tooney's good in tight spaces as well. Like if you had like a tight space, she'd be able to pick up the ball, but it just wasn't for her there.
I've seen one comment. It's a genuine comment, but I'm not gonna react to it because it's on a different topic. I'm just not gonna react to it.
I think I've seen what you're on about.
Yeah, I'm just not. It's just all I'm gonna shout is fixed. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's half time now, as it stands for England versus Canada. England 1, Canada none. Millie Bright scoring on the 21st minute.
I'll take that in the first half. I'll take that.
Yeah. How have you thought this first half has been, Stephen?
I've been impressed with England. They've not given Canada time on the ball. They made it very clear of what the danger points are for Canada to keep an eye on. Which Canada have never really. They maybe had about 5 or 10 minutes where they felt a little bit settled, but even once we scored that goal, they haven't felt settled since. And like it's going to take a major regrouping to get them back on track because at the minute, like it's been dictated by England. England are playing it the way they want to play it. And they're not letting Canada get a chance to change the course of the game. And then they just need to keep it up, the same thing up. And eventually more chances will come, more goals will come because the more desperate Canada will get.
We've had a few shots there already. Leah Williamson, Lauren Hemp as well. Tooney's had a shot too. So it has been very good. I think England has been extremely balanced, in my opinion. Been well in the defence as well as their attacking play. So I think England overall, they've been brilliant. But my standout player at the moment, as I've mentioned, was Millie Bright, just because I think she's been so well. And we always know when, especially in my opinion, when Millie Bright plays, especially for England, I feel a little bit more secure to think I have got a good physical, strong player on the pitch who is able to help us very well defensively, and especially if we had like a back three, for instance, she'd be good in the middle to play in that back three, because I know Chelsea do play in a back three quite regular as well.
That's the thing, and that's what gives you more options on the field to adjust to, and plus what we've got on the bench as well. Don't forget, you've got the likes of Nikita Paris, Ellen White. You've got a lot of players on that bench that can make an impact in this game. They're probably sitting there thinking, "Get me on that pitch. I'll take this lot apart right now." Right?
Yeah.
Because of the way things are panning out, and it's not saying that like Canada are just bad and we're so better. It's just the way the balance of the game has gone, the way it looks, and it just doesn't. Again, as I say, the Canada just doesn't get time to feel settled at any point. So if you're never going to feel settled, you're never going to be able to dictate the game.
What we'll do as well, before we actually do go through the comments, because there is actually quite a few comments, I will actually show the substitute options. So here's the substitutes. What we do have: Ellen White, Lucy Bronze, Hannah Hampton, Georgia Stanway, Jess Carter, Beth Mead, Nikita Paris, Jordan Nobbs, Niam Charles, Jill Scott, Ellie Roebuck, Katie Zellum. Is there any in particular you think could impact England?
I'll tell you what, I'd rather take two of them and put them in Arsenal squad right now, to be honest, because we're a little bit thin. Yeah, you can name any of those. You can name Nikita Paris. You could bring Jordan Nobbs on for the experience if it gets late in the game and you need to see the game out. If it's a 1-0 lead, it gets to like last 10 minutes. Jordan Nobbs is that sort of person that's been there, done it, by seeing tough games out like this. We need to grind it out. So that's what you like to have on a bench, where you get different options with each player that you've got to select from. So, but if you're looking for a second goal, then you've got the likes of Ellen White, Mead, Nikita Paris as well, who's been phenomenal for Arsenal as well. So.
And if we decide, let's take off Alex Greenwood, for instance, another good shout would be for free kick takers, Katie Zellum. You even said on the watch along yourself when we did do it for Manchester United versus Arsenal that the set pieces in the corners, the person who took them, Katie Zellum, they were very deadly.
Yeah, they were. And I think it was the corner. I think it was a corner that we conceded from.
Yes.
So it's that's another option, especially if you're getting late in the game and you're having to be more compact, and like having to use set pieces to sort of break out. There'll be an option to try and get the ball forward.
Let's go through a couple of the comments now because there is quite a lot of comments to go through. So let's start from here. Where am I? Yeah, just as Nyla said, if you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and go check Stephen out. What we'll do, Stephen will shout his socials out at the end, and we will make sure you get a bit more information on what Stephen does on his channel too. Ravi said, "Are the new shirts slim to stop shirt pulling?" Probably not, because there's still a lot of shirt pulling. It's why I can't see why they would make him a lot more slimmer, to be honest. But why do you think it's because they stop the shirt pulling? Because we see, I think we see it a
See it
lot.
all the time, to be honest. You see it all the time. It's actually probably worse.
Now,
It's just as bad as it is than any other time, really. And in terms of aerodynamic, I wouldn't say really, but I think it's more just like style. I think it's more just, and maybe the material is cheaper. I don't know, something like that. Because don't forget, also when you produce these shirts, you're producing them en masse, and you want to try and make a lot of profit margin from it. That's what these clubs want. So when they make their shirt sales, so if they've got a material that's just as good and breathable, right, and high quality, high. So say like for example, the one I bought, the away shirt I use, right? But I bought for I bought that on eBay before anyone says anything, right? B, the guy who bought it, he bought that as £100 shirt because it was authentic, so it's a skin tight shirt. If it was a regular shirt, it would have been 60, 70. So it's the cheaper version. So that's why they always bring out two versions, and the cheaper version usually sells. So what I'm basically saying is that if they have a cheaper version, they'll increase their profit margin because it's been cheaper to make. So if they usually it is something to do with money.
Mossa said Hemp is having a battle with our right back, meaning obviously Canada's right back, and she has definitely caused a lot of threats. And she was actually Stephen's player of the match so far. That's the problem though with Canada. They've give Lauren Hemp far too much space. If you do suffocate her, if you make her starving, you will actually stop England's play. And I think that is, you need to look at isolating her, because if you isolate her, I don't think the team will flow nowhere near as good. Lucas said, "Let's get made 600 subs by Sunday." Thank you so much. I'm guessing this is the comment Bergkamp, Henry, and Arteta in. That's a story for another day, though, because I can tell Stephen's face has changed.
Me and you are gonna have issues.
Ravia said, "England do look confident, not just on the ball, but off the ball as well," which I do agree with. I think that we have played brilliantly on and off. It just seems like we've been a threat throughout. For me, this is testing my brain. I would say the goal scorer and the player who missed that chance, which Canada keeper had covered. Can't remember her name. That missed the chance. What part was you on about? There was a few players, because there was Russo, there was Williamson, there was Tuna. Let me know what they look like a little bit. What I mean by this is because VAR is not too good at all at this moment in time, and I think to bring it into a women's game where the refs are not that good at all, it's just going to cause further complications. So in that way, it is best that VAR does not get left, and in that kind of way, it is a blessing not to have VAR in the women's game, whilst it's still not that good in England.
The thing that
But
I say with VAR is that like technology is technology. Like it just does its
it's
job.
about how it gets used.
Yeah, it's the people who use it. So if you've got idiots that don't even know the rules themselves, like Mike Dean, Jonathan Moss, like the rest of them, right? How the hell are you gonna expect them to run a freaking VAR system? Like, and there you go. So it's about making sure you got people who actually know what they're doing. For example, who've read the rules back to front and know the rules, and also stop changing the rules every 5 seconds. Because what's handball now? What do we know? What is handball? We don't even know what's handball.
Boss has said hemp should be Canadian. She's legal over it. JT said Canada's dudes are the only nation with no losses right now in the World Cup qualifiers. Invincibles. That's brilliant. That's actually really brilliant as well. That's amazing. So they could be a dark horse in this World Cup because I can't see many teams actually thinking Canada will go too far either. So they could be potential dark horses. That would be very interesting to see. Ravi said, my mate Steve works for F1, currently working Red Bull, doing night shifts, doing a test race, then he's off.
So he worked for Honda. He works for Honda, but now they have their own department which Red Bull works. So that right. So now he works at Red Bull, doing night shifts, doing the test. Oh, he's doing the testing, and then he's off to Bahrain. So he's then off to. So he's doing the pre-season test in Bahrain. Then he's off to do the Grand Prix. Right. All I'm gonna say is fixed.
Vincent has said England in the first a very powerful like team Red Bull look like winning a team, a champion team. Come England.
Nay, look. Hang on a minute. Name me a team that's won 8 consecutive constructors championships and 7 drivers. And 2, when's the last time Lewis Hamilton's needed the FIA to win him a title? Thank you very much. Thank you. Case closed. Thank you. I'm sure Verstappen, Verstappen, I'm sure I still call him, bought Michael Massey a drink before he got left the meeting and got fired. That's all I'm going to say.
Niall, being impressed as a neutral for the first half, watching England, and I've enjoyed it. Maisy and Stephen hopefully get a few more goals in the second half. Deserve the goals due to missed chances, 100%. Katie Zellum could come on and make an impact. That's my choice. Good play for Manchester United, in my opinion. Yeah, she is. She has definitely improved. She's got one of our highest assists, and she's got the highest chances created for our team as well this season, which is brilliant. Vincent, they want to share pulling it in the game, so the shirt rips, and you have to go and buy a new one and put more money in the Glazers' pockets. Exactly. Here's Jonathan Johnson. Hello to you. Verstappen is where it is at now, Stephen.
And like I said, did he buy Michael Massey a drink? Did he buy him a Red Bull? for Christmas, like a Red Bull fridge or something like that. All I say is fixed, and two, good luck next season because last thing you do is piss off Lewis Hamilton. And by the way, he's a 7-time world champion. When he's won 7 titles, then come back to me, mate.
Do you think
And
he might
100
do that though?
wins, and 100 wins, and 100 poles, and over 150 odd fucking podiums. Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in.
But thanks for tuning in.
Jonathan Johnson, Stephen, where do you hate Max?
Simple as this. He's over aggressive, he's stubborn, he's arrogant, and he thinks he's never in the wrong. And doing stuff like brake testing in the middle of a Grand Prix is dangerous and deserves to be disqualified and thrown out the sport. Simple as that.
Ravi has said the England men need to train with the women's side. They might do a lot better.
That's a good one.
That's true. Hamilton is also aggressive, he says.
Not on Verstappen's level.
Vincent said it's not the driver, it's the car that's doing the work. Is doing the work, the computer.
If that's the case, man, you jump in and drive it. You know, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like in the end, like you get races where it's all about the driver.
Halftime substitute has been made. Ella Toone is coming off. Georgia Stanway, who does play for Manchester City, she has won Barclays WSL January Player of the Month, has come on for Ella Toone, so she'll be getting 45 minutes under her belt, at least. So we will kick off in just a moment's time.
Sorry, I didn't want to turn that into too much of an F1 stream.
And it has now been kicked off. To Jonathan's question, Canada is actually quite good in terms of the women's team. I'd say they're probably one of the best in the world right now. They did win in the Olympics. They have definitely gone stronger in the past 5 to 10 years. But I think they could be a threat in the next World Cup because they just seem to get stronger and stronger. I'm actually going to take this as a compliment from Jonathan Johnson because he's actually complimented a United player. Thank you, Jonathan.
Sorry, I will just mention also, Vincent, by the way, there is a rule. It's called causing an avoidable collision. There is a rule, and it was brought in because of Ayrton Senna. So there you go. Don't judge me on the rules, mate. I know every single rule off the book. Every single one.
Yeah, I think that was Russo, if I'm right with that one. I'm sure that was Russo.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, Manchester United player that would be. Canada's got a throw in. Hello there to Kasim from QNTV. Thank you for tuning in. Keep up the good work as well. I've been watching your streams at the night. They've been brilliant.
It's over about 12 o'clock at night. I'm like,
yeah, but I'm a night owl.
Fuck me. Jesus, that's late.
Ravi loves my laugh. Thank you, Ravi. Jonathan said the Canadian men's team is average. Well, I'm sure I read the comment a bit earlier on. They're actually invincible in the World Cup qualifiers right now, so they could actually be potential underdogs in the World Cup. We never know. They did actually have that shot there, Canada, but well defended there by England, and England's took us a short goalkeeper kick.
You do know, I love in today's game when we say play out the back and everything. It's beautiful, lovely. To watch, sometimes it's fucking horrible. Like it is. It's like, just get rid of it.
Hello there to Charlie from One Rovers vlogs. Thank you for tuning in. Brilliant Bristol fan. He was actually on my quiz last week. But if anyone does want to join my quiz, you can join that. A few people have actually joined the quiz who is actually in the chat at the moment, and It's been an interesting quiz. Have you seen any of the quizzes, Stephen?
I've seen the results. Let's put it that way. And I'm
Harsh?
like, yeah. I was thinking, do I dare or do I not? I was like, I've got a reputation to uphold. Like, because I know if I get it wrong, I'm never. No one's coming back to my channel again. They'll think I'm talking shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's difficult as a YouTuber because you know if you get like 0 or 1 or 2, you're screwed. No one's going to listen to your opinion again. They're like, mate, you couldn't get anything right in the quiz. So who's going to listen to you? Like, yeah.
And Charlie said he got the hardest questions ever. Felt sorry for Charlie, honestly, because he had Aston Villa. He had, I think he had like the 94-95 season. And he had, I can't remember the other one he had. It was another, I think it was another season one, if I remember correctly, but they were quite, no.
Mate, there's a Bernie one you'll know. Right? I'll type it in the private chat for you.
Oh no, he had Premier League Manager of the Month, so it was from all the way from August 1992 to present day of Premier League Manager of the Month. So imagine how many Manager of the Months there were. Yeah, so they were difficult. So let's have a see more questions, more comments. Yeah, JT thinks that they could see Canada getting into the final 16, which would be very interesting if that is the case. I'd love it if the World Cup was a bit like the Euros of last year, you know, quite unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Vincent wants someone to get shirt sponsors again. Oh, I felt so sorry though for Reese because he got shirt sponsors.
There you go. I think I'll be alright on shirt sponsors. I'm not that bad on shirt sponsors. I remember some stuff. I might remember that. Might be the AFD shirts. I don't know. I'll put in the private. I'll put that in there because that came up last night on the last stream. I thought I might.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, that would really catch some Arsenal fan out. That really would. So I know he left. In '98. That's all I'll say.
England have been a little bit slower. Canada has been definitely more of an attacking team in this second half. We haven't really done too much, and we're giving away silly balls, aren't we? To be honest.
Yeah, it's like we're caught in two minds. Do we press on and try and score, or do we back off?
We need to get at least the second goal for security, though, don't we? To be honest, we're 51 minutes in. They haven't majorly done too much threats, though. Canada have, to be honest, but they've still been a much better team in this second half so far. In this first 6 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan's right about two players that he's got there: Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David.
Yes.
Alphonso Davies, oh mate, that guy's going to be probably one of the best left backs in the world.
Hemp,
go on.
Kirby.
Play out wide. Ball in. Mix up. No.
Oh, defended there from Canada.
You got two of them went for the same ball.
Canada's now on the counter. Come on. Mary Ertz, pick that up.
Got that. Easy. Poor ball by Canada.
Alex Greenwood's on the ball now.
The last thing they want to do, England, is make this too open.
Exactly. And we just need to really tighten up in this passing, to be honest.
The ball. Yeah, just lose the ball in the midfield too easy. Look, and then back on again. Oh, shit.
Good job that it was Demi Stokes who was in front of Canada, because that would have been...
Got him behind there.
Jonathan said Daves is everything Arsenal fans think Tierney is.
Tini's not a bad player, man. Come on. Come on, he's not a bad player. He's one of the best in the league.
Who's the best in the league?
He certainly ain't friggin' sure, I'll tell you that.
Well, I will admit that Shaw isn't. It was a one-season wonder.
My point proven.
Throw-in taken by Canada. We're putting a bit of pressure though onto Canada, so they wasn't even able to put their cross in. We picked up the ball. Come on, Stanway.
Go on. Yeah.
Walsh. Greenwood.
That's it. Now just.
Come on. Yes, this is what I like.
That's it.
Hemp would have been better to actually just walk, actually walk in a straight line.
Yeah, good. Or take it down the wing.
Ball give away there by Kirby.
No, Kirby.
Bright,
man.
give it a Bright, got it back.
That's it. Keep the pressure on him. I like to see the overlapping runner. Where's the overlapping runner? Give some support to him.
Mm-hmm. I would disagree that with what Niall said. The only thing Shaw done was that won the goal against Italy, because he was actually really good for Manchester United last season. He was very well with the defence and the attack. He had one of our highest. Oh my God, that was a brilliant goal from Canada, and it has gone to 1-1. Becker, who is actually a Manchester City player, has got that equalising goal. There was no way Marius was going to be saving that. It was a cracking goal there. Oh. That was a cracking goal.
Ball again in the midfield.
It's cost us. That has really, really cost us. Becker. That was brilliant there from Becker.
Oh, yeah, saving that. Jesus.
It was a really good goal, that though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you look at that though, there was nothing Marius could have done.
Yeah, that is R1 on FIFA. That is R1 FIFA. That is, you ain't saving that.
So as it stands now, it is 1-1 for Canada, with Becky scoring on the 55th minute. So here is the updated score for everybody. So Millie Bright scored in the first half, and Becky has scored in the second half. It's shown though, really, hasn't it, that they have definitely picked up the pace. England's won it back. Come on. We need to be a lot more careful with these passing. Don't they counter again? Canada, they may potentially hurt us.
No.
That is actually the first time we've conceded in like a while as well.
Yeah, it's about how we respond to it. That's the main thing. Just need to just settle down.
Stanway.
That's the problem as well. We've let them back. Just let them back in the game, really.
Come on, Hemp's on the camera.
Go on.
Come on.
Go on.
Oh.
That's it. I'll give up.
That counter attack though was beautiful.
What a ball that is! That is a peach of a ball.
And that pace, no one was catching him. Nobody was catching him.
Just put it
Look
left
at that
or right.
run.
Look at that, just left or right.
This is a friendly. Niall. It's not on. The Euros is in June. Come on, corner.
Go on. And ball. I don't care. I'll shout it out. I'll call it. It's bouncing around. You might as well have might as well have a shout. Was that Bright trying to do another one?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it is a friendly, but it's also a cup. We could potentially win the Arnold Clark Cup. Be nice to actually lift a trophy as well.
Trophy's a trophy, man.
The Women's World Cup. The Women's World Cup should be like 2 years from now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be 2 years after the Euros, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's always every 2 years, isn't it, from the Euros? I'm actually going to look when the next one is. It's actually next year, because we've done it a bit late, the Euros, due to COVID. So the Women's World Cup is in Australia and New Zealand for 2023. So I wonder when they do play that, though. Because when it comes to our summer, it'll be their winter, won't it? So that'll be interesting when they play that. When isn't? Yeah. Sydney is going to be hosting the final. That'll be brilliant for the ladies to go to Australia as well. I'm jealous already. Thinking about it. Canada on the counter.
Also, that time of year would be boiling up.
I know. Read about the news. I'm actually looking what time of the year it's going to be, because it doesn't say if it's going to be in the winter or if it's going to be in the summer, does it?
What, Sydney?
For obviously the World Cup, but I'm guessing it'll probably be in the winter, won't it? If it's going to be in Australia or New Zealand.
If it's in Australia, it'll be summer. If it's in Australia, their summers are winter. So we're all freezing our tits off. They're just having a barbie.
Right? Exactly.
Bastards.
To be there though, their winter is still hotter than our winter. Still much hotter. Canada is actually doing so well in terms of the passing. Millie Bright is able to save that though in terms of defence. Kira Walsh, Demi Stokes.
I think we could do with a change here.
We do need to make another change. Do you think it may have been potentially a bad idea to take Tooney off for Stanway?
Could be, it could have been. Let's give him more freedom in the midfield.
Exactly. And Tooney is very, very good in terms of narrow spaces as well, which Stanway isn't. I'm not saying Stanway's out of form or anything, but Tooney's so much better in terms of them narrow spaces, and I think we needed that. That was a poor ball there.
A poor ball. This is what's costing us. Poor balls like that.
Look now, the Canada look.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Another good defence there from Millie Bright.
If I'm Millie Bright, I'm screaming at my midfield. So will you fix up? We're screaming at them
as well.
That's 2 or 3 times now, and they've just let the ball just.
My prediction's still in though, because I'm sure it said 2-1 at the start of the game, at the start of the watch along.
Yeah, I think I said that as well, didn't I? 2-1 England.
Oh, I said 3-2. I said 3-2, didn't I?
Yeah,
that's what I said. You said 2-1, I said 3-2.
Yeah. I'm going in there. What?
Counter attack for England. Come on. We need to stop being this slow. They're shutting us down massively now. What subs would I make? That's a good question there from Ravi. I think Beth Mead needs to come on. I think Ellen White needs to come on, but the midfield needs fixing up badly. So
yeah, it needs some experience. Beth Mead is
definitely one.
Jordan Nobbs. Yeah, Jordan Nobbs would be my shout. It's just the experience.
And Katie Zellin will be another one for me, just because she's she's one of the leaders at Man United, and we need a bit of leadership here in this midfield. I'm not saying Leah Williamson isn't at all, but she's more of a defender. She should be played in that midfield.
Yeah.
What have we kicked the ball to?
Oh, what was that to? Come on. Better than that. Come on.
We are making subs. We are making 3 substitutes that will be in just a moment's time. Moss has said, big up Becca. Her foot and nails, top corner. Has Canada changed the shape? Yeah, they've changed the shape. They look much better, more composed. They've definitely grew into the game. Jonathan has said, the fact you have got Tierney better than Shaw, that is embarrassing. The fact you've got Shaw's name shows how low your standards are.
It's called banter.
Lauren James, though, she isn't in the team.
And by the way, you go on about standards, mate. You've got a picture of a gold fucking trophy. I'd rather a picture of a Champions League trophy, mate. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I agree with JT. Canada is growing into the game. They're changing the shape. They're finding the form. I completely agree with that 100% because that is exactly what Canada has been able to do in the game, especially in the second half, and that's why I think we should have really buried them chances as well in that second half in particular.
That banter's done now.
Yeah, the substitutes are getting made. So Rachel Daly has come off, Lucy Bronze on. We haven't seen Lucy Bronze in a while for England because Lucy Bronze has actually been injured. Leah Williamson is coming off. Nikita Paris is coming on.
She's got more attacking now.
Yeah. She has got a lot more attacking. Lucy Bronze, though, I'm a bit iffy of why she did actually come to the qualifiers, just because she hasn't really played that many games yet. Alice Greenwood is coming off. Lauren Hemp is coming off. Jess Carter coming on. Beth Mead is coming on as well. So 4 substitute. Well, quite a few substitutes has been made for England.
Quite a few subs there.
Yeah. Is that going to cost us, though, having all these subs? Because maybe we should have done a lot less at a time than that.
It depends how quickly we reshape and how we deploy our instructions and how quickly we adapt it. It might take a couple of minutes, but we'll see how the shapes forms out first.
Yeah. Canada just picked up an injury as well, so they'll be making another substitute. England definitely do have some super subs. A couple of them have already came on of Beth Mead. I even think Lucy Bronze, she might want to prove herself, knowing that she's not been in the England squad for quite a while. It'll be interesting on how we do perform now into this game, knowing that we have made these subs. Frank Kirby's still on, though, and she's an asset to have. Demi Stokes, crossing. Not cleared good enough there. So Lucy Bronze is on the ball. Lucy Bronze, that was awful crossing. If she does continue to make crosses like this, we might as well get Rachel Daly on. And this is exactly what I feared about Lucy Bronze coming into this international break. I think she's had a handful of games for Man City since her injury. She's not had that many at all.
Yeah, she's still way too rusty and needs to be worked in.
Crossing by England, straight into goalkeeper's hands by Canada.
We'll be struggling, to be honest.
Yeah, short goal kick. They're on the counter.
Well won.
Yeah.
Well won. She's an England throw-in as well.
Yes, which is going to be taken by Demi Stokes. We're on 67 minutes, everybody. 67 minutes. And the score is 1-1. Bright scored on the 22nd minute. Becky scoring on the 55th minute. Stephen, he said 2-1 to England, and I said 3-2 to England.
Yeah.
Jonathan wants to know where Luca is.
He's probably sitting outside Old Trafford, mate. Either that or he's sitting outside Stamford Bridge.
Who's good for attacking the ball from assist? Alex Greenwood, but she has come off now. Frank Kirby is another good option. Katie Zellum, who's on the bench, she is a good option. Lucy Bronze, she's when she is fully fit, when she is on form, she's one of the best for set pieces and to corners and the crosses as well. And hopefully Lucy Bronze does pick up in the game too. JT has said, I thought you were going to walk away with it, but that recent goal has changed my opinion.
It's amazing what a goal does, isn't it?
Exactly, and we still haven't really seen to recover that. So I was hoping that we would get through, but I knew how well Canada is developing in their women's team especially. So it's just going to be very, very tight, whatever this is going to be. But it's going to be a throw-in now for Canada. Is there anyone in particular in this second half for you so far, Stephen, who's done well?
Fight again, to be honest.
Yeah. She's the only one that that really stood out for me too.
She's been leading that back line as well.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell she's such a proper leader. I know you do Leah Williamson as one of your own, but do you think Millie Bright was better with the captain's armband than Leah Williamson?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But she's got the captain's armband off now. Williamson is off.
But I think you can give Williamson the benefit of that. She was playing out of position.
She was. She was definitely playing out of position. I don't know why we've done that when we had plenty of midfielders in there, so it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, it was working to a point, to be honest.
It's not going to work for every game, though, to play a defender in the midfield. Unless, of course, you're an attacking fullback, it doesn't make too much odds, because we have a fullback at Manchester United called Anna Battel. And she's brilliant in the midfield as well as playing as the left back position.
It's like a Kimmich, isn't it?
Lucy Bronze. The throw-in's been taken for England. Stokes. Shot. Saved by Beth Mead with the shot. What's your favourite England chant? Well, mine has to be... I always think it's coming home. What's yours, Stephen?
It's got to be that, isn't it?
It's got to be. Ravi likes Euro 96 shirt. His favourite kit. Hi to Adam. Thank you for tuning in. I don't watch any of them channels. And I don't watch that channel there either, ever. Don't really watch too many big channels, to be fairly honest. I watch... I didn't miss your comment, Niall. Me and Stephen already told you what the score predictions were, because we did say Stephen's was 2-1 and mine was 3-2.
Yeah.
We're 72 minutes in, and it's still remaining at 1-1.
It could go either way, yeah.
It is definitely going to go either way. Throw in for England, taken quite quickly by Demi Stokes.
Is this a knockout game, or is it just...
It's more of a friendly. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it is knockouts.
Okay.
Mary Earps. we're playing too deep, to be honest, aren't we? We need to try and get it as far up the pitch as possible. Because if Canada gets us, we're gonna crap ourselves, basically.
Yeah.
That was a bad ball there from Lucy Bronze.
Another poor ball.
Come on, that's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref.
Come on, ref.
How did they not give that foul on Russo?
What do you want to do? Chop her legs? What do you want to do? Chop her legs off?
Well, basically, you need to chop somebody's legs off if you get a red card in football these days. Goes from one extreme to the other in terms of football. The men's game, you could touch them with a feather, you get a red card. And in terms of the women's game, you need to chop the legs off to get a red card. There's no in the middle. There's just one extreme to the other. Vincent, we need to start playing Louis Van Gaal style of honey football. Yeah, Louis Van Gaal was hilarious with that. Ellen White is coming on now for Russo. 74 minutes in. The second half, England hasn't really done it in the second half. Our passing hasn't been brilliant. We give the ball away to Canada a bit too much, allowing them to get into spaces, allowing them to go on counter runs.
Come on.
But hopefully, we need to try and get we need to try and get this win, even if it's a last minute one.
I'll take a last minute.
For me, the ref hasn't truly been consistent. I just feel like there were some challenges from both sides, to be honest, where they should have really given, but they haven't.
I think that's where he's been. That's where he's coming from. She's giving up. She should have given fouls to both sides, where they haven't.
Yeah, it's been the same for both the sides, and this is what does happen a lot. There isn't. You don't really see too many fouls being given at some points. We can't really get out of our box our half too much neither.
We're stuck.
We really are. Gonna have to rely on an absolute halfway line worldie goal at this point.
That's what a Beckenstyle-esque.
Or an Edinson Cavani one. Have you seen that one?
I ain't seen that one yet.
Oh
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one.
It's good that Ellen White is on because she could be someone who will help England, but she hasn't, for me, been on form that much this season. She hasn't been the best.
Man City have been struggling this season. That's the thing.
Yeah, because they've had so many injuries. They've had, at this point, near enough a full starting 11 injured, if you counted all the injuries at a time. And that Gareth Taylor doesn't trust the youth.
Just saying that.
$77 minutes, everybody. Still 1-1. Throw-in to be taken by England. That will be taken.
This game as it is.
You think it's going to stay 1-1? Walsh. Yep. Kirby. Look how slow that is.
It's too slow.
Cross him. Come on.
Go on, get on in that. Go on. Head up.
Oh my God, how is
What a
Canada?
ball. What a
Good
ball.
save there from
What a
Mary
save.
Earps. Good save from Mary
Jesus
Earps.
Christ, why are we letting the ball come through like that?
Exactly. How she managed to overrun 3, not
3 of
1,
them.
not 2, 3 defenders.
No, it's just you've taken 3 players out with 1 ball.
3 England defenders. That is humiliating.
Jeez. Jesus. Go on. Hit that.
The few comments there in the chat will I'll quickly go through whilst there has been a foul on Canada. Let's see where I
Hang
was.
on, that can't be a foul. Her legs ain't off. Her leg ain't off.
No, it was a foul. Look, he pulled Quinn down. Quinn got pulled down. It's definitely a foul for me, that one.
No, I was just saying like you would in the fouls in this game. Usually you just have to chop someone's leg off.
I know subs been made for Canada, Rose for Pickett. Ravi said England slowed down and let Canada back in. Agreed. Are you gonna take a last minute with a shirt winning sponsor question? I don't know. I might do, depending on. I've still got the quiz open till March, so if I can't think of any more topics in the end, I probably will look at getting something. Ravi said, yeah, I agree with the ref. Ravi said, question for you both, do you rate the officials in the Champions League? For me, they're much better than the Premier League ones, though.
Yeah, no.
Fair enough.
I
rate them up to a degree. I'm not going to rate them too much. Becky on, a brace, Moss thinks.
Let's be honest,
potentially.
I don't want English clubs winning the Champions
League. Hello to my dad. Thank you for tuning in. Niall, yep, I will be doing a watch along for the Atletico Madrid stream. I've got Nippon coming on at halftime to give his analysis on the first half. I do rate the Manchester United women's scouting, to be honest. We have scouted quite a good few players, and our youth team is very, very good too. We're in the final of the Academy Cup. And that's against Birmingham. We have brought in so many good players in this season, Borisa being one of them. And we scouted some good loanees of Diane. We brought in Jade Moore on a 1-year deal, and we brought in Brun on loan with an option to buy. She was named Denmark's best player, and she's still only very young. Yeah, I completely agree with. I completely agree. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Moss said it's why our men would beat down England's speed, especially if Donkey Maguire plays. Oh, wow. Crossing again, come on! Went straight to the goalkeeper. He's in the chat now, Adam. Don't worry, he's in the chat now. You'll see him.
Oh, sorry.
My dad has already been on a stream, Jonathan. He actually done the quiz. I don't know if you've seen it. But my mum doesn't really support football. She supports me in the channel, but she doesn't really watch football that much. So she probably won't want to come on the channel, which is fair enough. Canada just playing the ball forward, but they're just doing it a bit gradually. Come on, Nikita Paris.
Go on. Oh, come on, Wes. She's never caught the ball.
It's bad, that one. And that's going to be a foul now on Canada.
Right, and that's a foul. Right, okay. That makes sense.
What England need to do, in my opinion, we need to be a lot more clinical with our passing, because our passing have been shocking in this second half. We can't allow Canada as much space as they have had, and we need to try and get a lot more finishing on, because the first half we were brilliant. And I don't know, in a way, it just seems like all these subs at once have really cost us too.
Yeah, changing it too much too quickly.
Yeah, I always do take notes of it. Anyway, I still always take notes for it. Jess Fleming, pure class. No wonder Chelsea women are brilliant. Chelsea women are unbelievable. Fleming being one. Kirby, who's on England. Kerr, who plays for Australia. Beth England, she's out due to injury. She's another one. There's so many different people who's brilliant, and in that Chelsea side, I can't name that many who are bad. But it's just a shame, because Lauren James went to Chelsea and she's not even hardly any game time. She's had 10 minutes at most, so that's not good. As I could do well for her development. She's only 19. And only having 10 minutes in a game, it's not going to be good. Where she could have had 100% game time at Man United. Foul there on on Ellen White, and that has gone to a yellow card for Canada. I wouldn't say they're being a bit leggy, but I just think it's just more that they're just being a little bit silly in terms of the passing. I think they can do a lot better. Very, very sloppy, just as Steven said. Niall has said his top 5 YouTubers: me, then Soph, the Flying Pig, Red Devil Studio, and then John Sinclair. Good top 5 there to have. And Steven isn't very impressed.
No, me and you having words, mate.
Demi Stokes on the ball. Is that Kirby that far? Surely that's not Kirby that far down. No, it's not Kirby that far down. I was thinking, is that Kirby that far down? But it's not. It's just Carter. I thought it because it was long hair. Should Emma Hayes be the next England manager?
Question.
Big question, and I'd probably say no. To be honest, I wouldn't mind her getting out of Chelsea, just due to the fact we need to actually win the league, and she's annoyed us Man United fans. To my dad, the first half we was the better team. This half now we're on the 86th minute. Canada has definitely been the better team for me. Niall said, if I'd done a top 10, I would have said more. Sorry, Stephen, you're 6th. And Luca is 10th. How about that?
I was still having words, mate. Not having that. Wait, it's not.
Goal kick by Canada. Kirby. Stanway. Walsh.
Go on.
Bronze.
Come on. Oh. Come on.
England. Demi Stokes. Beth Mead. That was too much that for Beth Mead.
Got to be careful with it, man.
It was poor back from Stanway.
This is what's cost us all game, and it's what's cost us a goal.
And poor passes have definitely cost us. I 100% agree. Millie Bright has got a player of the match. Well deserved there from Millie Bright.
Well deserved. Can't ask for more. No, poor ball again. You're running into trouble.
The ball away all over again.
2 minutes to go.
Yep, 2 minutes. I think there will be extra time with the amount of subs what was made though. Hello to Delboy. Thank you for tuning in.
Big
Good
up,
to see
Delboy,
you.
man.
That's going to be a goal kick now for Mary Earps. I must be honest, Canada's manager is so underrated. She's so underrated. She wasn't even shortlisted for the best manager of the year, and it was something like Emma Hayes, England manager. I can't remember who the other one was now, but I was thinking, how was Canada's manager not shortlisted at all? My England kit will be on Sunday, Nippon, when I'm at the England game. So if I do my vlog, you'll be able to see my England top on them. Hi there to Matt from Football United TV. Thank you for tuning in.
What day's on that?
What?
What day that game's on?
Sunday.
Okay.
Ball given away again to Canada. Got 30 seconds left until full time.
Come on. Come on, England. One more chance. Come on. Is that... Where's mine? Oh, in the laundry, probably. I don't know.
Exactly, Maisy. Bev from North East England there. Same with Herdman, who was Bev for women's now. It's going to be an additional 4 minutes, everyone. For women's now, he has made Canadian men the best round. That's brilliant.
Oh, well,
Really brilliant. And he's also said that Becky is class. I agree. Becky has been class tonight. I'm not doing a watch along for the next England game because I'm actually at the England game. Can anyone come on to what, Luca? England has actually played against a very, very good side. All the games we played in the last international break, they're not a patch on Canada because I consider Canada one of the best women's teams in the world at the moment. What do you think of that, Stephen, with what Moss has said? Herman, from the women's to the men's, never been done before. We actually have never seen a transition from the women's football to the men's, have we? And I remember when Emma Hayes was actually linked. Ball again! Emma Hayes was actually linked to Wimbledon, wasn't she?
Say that again. Sorry, I was typing quickly.
Herdman, from the women's to the men's, never been done before. That'd be really interesting, a transition from a women's football manager.
Yeah, because it is different. It is... You've got to take different factors into account. I think it's more open. Women's football is more open. You can get at teams a lot more than the men's game. I think the men's game is probably tougher in that sense. It can be a bit more tactical at times as well. So, yeah. I think it also is it's also as I think that's also because as the game develops in the women's game as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The more competitive teams get, the more tactical it will become. As well.
To Luca, it's at the Riverside Stadium tonight. The next game's going to be at the Norwich Ground, Carroll Stadium.
Carroll Road.
Oh yeah, Carroll Road Stadium.
It's just called Carroll Road.
I'm gonna call it Stadium. Still Stadium.
you could tell them that.
Whatever it is,
call
anyway.
it Carroll Road, but I don't know really. But
thank you so much for Niall. Nippon, question for both. A few viruses aside, how far do you see England going through to the World Cup for both the men and the women's? Biases aside, I would say the women, the quarters at least, and the men's the semis. What about you, Stephen?
Semis in the women's, I'd say. Go for it. Well, I said we finished fourth in the World Cup in 18, third in the Nations League, second in Europa, in Euros. Right, World Cup, we're winning it. Fuck it, let's go for it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. The kickoff, I think it's around 3 o'clock on Sunday. Yeah, I think it definitely does deserve a lot more respect because it's completely different. The game compared to the men's, and there is some different aspects. I think it's a lot more of a
Yeah,
skillful game than it is in the men's. And the competitions are completely different as well. So it is a lot to get used to get into the game. But once you are into the game, you definitely really would love the sport. Maisy, what's your thought that the women game don't get enough coverage and not talked about the way it should due to lack of TV coverage? Yeah, it's definitely picking up now because if you look
yeah.
at last season, Sky didn't even have a contract for
Or BBC even. They
the
have a contract.
BBC had it, but it was on the red button, so you had to press the red button to
Yeah,
watch the game. But it's full time now, and the score has ended 1-1 for England and 1 for Canada. So it is full time. So yeah, it has definitely it got bigger, and the championship next season is going to get coverage on Sky too. I think what will happen is it has definitely had lack of coverage, but the coverage compared to last season to now is actually gone huge. And you probably think, but there's hardly any what has been done, but it has actually improved so much just from last season. And I think the more is invested into the game, the more you will see a lot more. I think even potentially like you could see a channel just for the Super League and the Championship in on Sky in the couple of years to come, and maybe even I think it'd be good even if Amazon bought it too, so they can
yeah.
coverage all of the games because we know how Amazon have been with the Premier League and they've been brilliant with the Premier League. But do you agree, Stephen? The women's game has definitely grown as
It's
in the last 12 months, especially.
Oh yeah, as with each season it grows. Yeah, and what it helps with as well is when this England team does well in the big tournaments. So if you see it do well in the Euros and then the World Cup, which it has been, right, it's been gradually picking up, and more people start to watch it. Like so, yeah, and you can see that the amount of and if Sky will not take out a contract with the Women's Super League if they know there's not money involved and they
Well,
can make money from
precisely.
there. So you can see there's definitely something there that they've picked up on. So
hmm Maisie is only going so she can eat at Delia Smith Calf.
be lucky you get anything in it, mate.
Not a clue what that is. I've never heard of that calf before, but I'm
There
actually going
isn't.
for the football. There isn't.
There isn't.
Right. I see what you're tricking me there with, rather. Niall, for England men, I would say the last 8, and the women, I'd say the last 16. My dad has said Niall is the women and the men in the World Cup. Yeah, they're both in the World Cup as it stands. The qualifiers is going on for the women's team. JT said, and that is that, which is correct.
Yep.
Good game for a neutral though.
Yeah, not a bad game for neutral. Chances both ends. England, I would think the midfield could be a bit disappointed, to be honest. Yeah, for me,
Yeah, I think that let
they
us
were very
down in the
sloppy.
second half. I think it was a bad mistake taking Tooney off on the 45th minute.
I think even before that, they're making too many mistakes. And it was just down to Canada whether they started punishing us on the counter, and then that's exactly what they did. So I think it's just the fact that we decided we were too sloppy in that area.
Mm-hmm. Ravia said, I've enjoyed some of the women's Prem games that I did see on the TV. Yeah, and you'll see a lot more on BBC, especially too, because they cover the morning Sunday ones. Mostly Man United's playing on there, but we're actually on Sky in a few weeks, which is good. Moss has said Becky or Birchnan, player of the match. Yeah, Becky is definitely a player of the match for Canada, and I'd say it was Millie Bright for England. My dad
Absolutely.
said, good stream today. Ravi said, I don't like the 8:15 Prem games on Amazon. What happened to the 7:45 kickoff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. Ravi said, no tricks. Delia Smith is the chairwoman of Norwich and has a cap at the ground. Okay, that is fair enough. I'll have to have a
Good.
look at
I'm not eating
it. Niall said, brilliant stream, Maisy. Very chilled watch along with co-host Steve and enjoyed the game and the watch along for a neutral being Scottish. Thank you very much. So how did you
You're
find the game,
Scottish and
Stephen?
neutral. Get out of here. No, not having that.
How did you find the game?
It's like I said, I was expecting a tight game. I think we did well in the first half. We dictated sort of the play to an extent, kept Canada quiet, and kept Hemp very well supplied down the left-hand side. Second half, sort of fell into our show a little bit, and we, let's just say we came out in the second half, we're like in two minds of what to do. And then we started making stupid mistakes in the midfield. And one of those mistakes cost us the goal. So, which was a perfect good shot. So actually, you couldn't stop that. So there we go.
I agree. First half we was good, but second half we were just not clinical in our passing, not clinical enough in our finishing. No one truly there to support Hemp. I think taking Tooney off on the 45th minute was a mistake. I think making too many subs at once was a big mistake as well, because I think the midfield, once Tooney came off, it just felt like it was very unbalanced.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that there was a centre back there in the midfield, and then you've got two CDMs, and then you've got one proper attacking midfielder there then of Frank Kirby. It just didn't work because Frank Kirby's a forward, so she was playing out of position. But the Arnold Cup, one game, one draw for us. So everyone's on a draw as it stands, and we've got Germany, Canada, Spain. Spain is going to be the next game, and then Spain next game, and then Germany on the last. But Millie Bright, 1000% is my man of the match. She thoroughly deserved it for England. But I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, Stephen, for coming on. It's been absolutely brilliant doing another watch along with you. Would you like to shout out your socials?
Yeah, if people haven't noticed me before, I'm on SFitly TV, where we do Arsenal as well as football content as well. And yeah, we also do, and we used to did F1 content as well, but that's moved on to its new channel, which is SFitly F1. And yeah, I'm up at about 9 a.m. in the morning because, stupidly enough, I'm doing a watch along to the launch of the Mercedes W13. So that's going to be fun. Which is probably what they do, is probably about show half a car and say you're not allowed to look at the other half because we don't want you seeing that bit yet. So, you know, it's stupid games. But yeah, so we've got that bit, got a Brentford preview, and all of it is to raise awareness and money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. You can do that via coming on SVT TV, just watching the content as a monetized channel, and either donating via the Just Giving page with links that's in the description below, or it's via a super chat or via becoming a member. So, which is for a small little amount a month, makes a lot of difference.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for coming on. And everybody, Go and check Stephen's channel out. He's grown so much in the past couple of days. All the awareness goes to Children's Liver Disease, which is an amazing charity to raise awareness for, to donate the charity to, from his memberships, from any donations what you'd give out via stream. Absolutely amazing. So go and check Stevie's channel out. Go and check his F1 channel out as well. Very brand new channel. So let's get that 200 subscribers. I will be next live myself. It will be over the weekend with John Sinclair for a Champions League roundup with everything what has happened in the Champions League so far.
Yeah, I'm not part of that conversation.
I've had also two. I've got the Atletico Madrid Watchalong, and for anybody who is watching right now, I have got a special guest coming next Friday onto the channel. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button so you can stay tuned of who is going to be the special guest, because it will all get announced on the day just before the stream. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm actually so excited for next Friday. It's going to be brilliant. I'll finish off the comments. Thank you so much, Rabbit. That was really lovely for you to say. Hopefully one day I'll be on Sky doing something I love, because I really love doing things like this. Niall, thank you very much, Maisy and Stephen. Great stream. See you on the next one. Goodbye for you too. Hi there to Jack. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well. And thank you as well with the like button. Thank you. I'm Maxi Football. Thank you for tuning in. You will find out on Friday who the special guest is. It's gonna be quiet for now, but keep your eyes peeled. So I will end the stream here. I will see you all over the weekend. Goodbye for now.